Welcome, dear dreamer. Tonight we drift far from the weight of the waking world, into a place untouched by time, a floating city hidden above the clouds. Let your breath slow, let your thoughts soften. You've arrived at the edge of sleep, and all you need to do now is float. You find yourself gently suspended, as if cradled by the air itself. There's no ground beneath you, only a vast sea of clouds. They stretch endlessly in every direction, glowing silver under a sky that holds no sun, only a soft and loving light that seems to know your name. The breeze here is warm and delicate, like a memory of being held as a child, safe, wrapped in stillness. Above you, the sky shimmers in gradients of blue and violet, with tiny golden lights flickering like stars that have not yet decided to be born. You drift slowly, weightless, guided by nothing more than a calm presence, like the rhythm of your breath given shape. And then, through the mist ahead, something begins to form. A bridge, delicate but strong, made of glowing stone and gentle arcs. It hovers in midair, stretching ahead into the clouds. There are no rails, no ropes, only trust. You step forward onto it, your foot greeted by a warmth that feels not just physical, but familiar. The kind of warmth that says, you are allowed to be here. Each step forward quiets your mind. The weight of the day begins to dissolve, not suddenly, but softly. One thought, one memory, one tension at a time, fading behind you like petals drifting down a river you no longer need to cross. The bridge bends gently upward, not steep, just curious, and at its crest you pause. There, rising from the other side of the clouds, a city hovering in the sky. Its towers glow with soft golden light, its spires drift gently like feathers, and its heart calls to you in silence. You are not in a dream. You are in something older, softer, deeper than a dream. You take a breath, slow and effortless, and you begin your journey forward. The city unfolds like a memory you never lived, but always carried in your soul. Its towers curve like petals reaching skyward, built from pearl and translucent crystal. Soft golden light spills from arched windows, and floating lanterns drift gently through the air like lazy fireflies. There is no sound of footsteps, no chatter, no rush, only the hush of peace itself. The streets are paved with glowing tiles that pulse faintly beneath your feet, responding to your presence as though the city is aware of you, welcoming, observing, embracing. You pass a fountain that flows in reverse, liquid light spiraling upward before vanishing into mist. A gentle wind carries scents you've never known but somehow remember. Lavender, moonlight, aged parchment, a touch of stars. You walk slowly through an open arch into a courtyard with no ceiling, just sky painted in dusky blues and pinks, where clouds drift by like ancient whales in a quiet sea. On one side, an enormous tree grows from a marble platform. Its branches are silver, and each leaf glows softly as it turns in the breeze, like tiny dreams fluttering in the wind. You sit on a stone bench beneath it. The city hums faintly around you, not noise, but a vibration that says, you are safe, you are welcome, you belong. The bench warms beneath you. You let your shoulders drop. You let your eyes close. And for a moment, you simply exist, still, held, weightless. A few floating petals drift past your face. They don't touch your skin. They glide with purpose, as if moving with a gentle memory of something soft and kind. The sky overhead begins to dim, not darken, just deepen, like twilight being poured into silk. You hear the faint sound of wind chimes, but there are no chimes in sight, only the movement of the dream. You feel no need to rush. You feel no need to speak. Then, from beyond the tree, another path begins to glow, dim at first, then brighter, just enough to invite you. You open your eyes, you rise, and once more, you follow the quiet. You follow the stillness. You follow the dream. The path curves gently downward, leading you to a secluded garden suspended in the clouds. The entrance is marked by two statues carved from mist, their shapes shifting softly, not quite human, not quite wind. They bow as you pass. Inside, the garden is impossibly still. Trees shimmer in translucent shades, lavender, pale gold, dream blue. Their trunks are carved with runes that feel warm beneath your fingertips. You don't know what they say, but your heart seems to understand them. Petals drift slowly through the air, moving without wind, as if gravity here has forgotten its job. The colors glow softly around you, not too bright, not too dark, like memory and moonlight woven together. The path curves in a spiral toward the center of the garden, where a massive tree made of pure light rises from the ground. Its roots are woven into the air itself. Its trunk pulses with a rhythm that matches your breath. Its branches stretch so high they vanish into the sky, and each glowing leaf moves like it's dreaming. As you step beneath the tree, a hush falls over the world, a hush so deep you can hear the beat of your own heart, slow, steady, soft. The ground beneath you is covered in fallen petals, and every step sends a wave of calm through your body. You sit beneath the tree, and without a sound, it begins to speak, not with words, but with warmth. It shows you visions, not of what was or what might be, but of who you are when nothing is expected. You see yourself laughing without sound. You feel tears that don't fall. You sense the version of you that always existed beneath all the noise. The tree wraps its light around you like a blanket of stars. Time forgets to move, and you remember how to simply be. Above you, a soft breeze stirs the branches. Somewhere far away, a chime rings, but it doesn't pull you back. It just reminds you that there's more dream ahead. You lie there a little longer, feeling the tree breathe with you. Each inhale is peace. Each exhale is release. A pulse of light travels down from the highest branch, gently brushing the space around you like a blessing. When you finally rise, you feel lighter, not because you've let go of anything, but because the tree gave something back, something invisible, but real. A new path has opened. You step into it. You follow the whisper that brought you here, and the garden fades gently into mist behind you. The new path is quiet, lined with whispering reeds and tiny fireflies that blink like sleepy eyes. Soon the trail opens to a wide expanse, a lake made not of water, but of countless weightless feathers. Each one floats atop the next, shifting gently, glowing faintly. Together they form a surface more serene than any ocean, a lake for the soul. You kneel beside it. The air here is still and sacred. As you reach out, the feathers part slightly, welcoming your hand like a friend returning home. The lake responds to your presence, sending out a slow, spiraling ripple of golden light. It expands outward, wide, slow, and endless. One feather detaches itself. It lifts and floats into your palm, soft, warm, pulsing, with a memory you didn't know you kept. You hold it to your heart. It hums once, then slowly lifts again and rejoins the lake. You lie down beside the water, the softness of the feathers echoing inside your chest. There are no questions here, only peace. You stare up at the sky, where clouds drift like great white sails across a purple ocean. Time folds softly here. You can feel your breath blending with the rhythm of the air around you. For a while, you are simply presence, a part of the moment, not separate from it. Then, just as gently as it arrived, a breeze begins to stir the edges of the lake. The feathers ripple outward, not in fear, but in invitation. You sit up slowly, and the lake seems to shimmer with gratitude. The single feather you once held lifts again, not into your hand this time, but into the sky. It spirals upward like a messenger. You watch it until it vanishes into the clouds. And then, a glowing path appears at the lake's edge. Soft, steady, and silent, you stand, and with your next breath, you follow the light. The next path curves gently upward toward a tall, silvery structure. Its walls shimmer like flowing silk. Its doors open without a sound. This is the Hall of Whispers. Inside, the air carries soft murmurs, not in voices, but in feelings. Every step you take, you hear echoes, not from others, but from yourself. Dreams you forgot, wishes you whispered to the night, questions you never voiced aloud. They greet you here like old friends, gentle, patient, unafraid. The floor beneath you is made of clouded glass. Beneath it, shapes shift like thought. Sometimes they show you a face, sometimes a moment, sometimes nothing at all. And that too is peaceful. You move deeper into the hall, past doorways carved from memory, past candles that flicker with starlight, and windows that open into floating sky. Here, you are not lost. You are remembered. You reach a round chamber lit only by shimmering crystals. They hang in the air like frozen raindrops, casting waves of light across the room. In the center floats a bowl made of translucent stone. Inside it, threads of light swirl gently, like a soft current moving through dream water. You step closer. A single thread rises and wraps around your fingers, cool and warm at the same time. It doesn't tighten, it simply waits. You close your eyes, and it settles into your chest, not as a burden, but as a gift. You don't need to understand it. You only need to receive it. You breathe in silence. You breathe out weight. Somewhere far off, you hear laughter, not loud or disruptive, just the kind of laughter that says, "Everything is going to be okay." You sit for a moment in the center of the room, your hands resting on your knees, your heart beating softly in rhythm with the crystals. When you open your eyes again, the bowl has gone still. The light inside it fades gently, not with sadness, but with satisfaction, like a completed song. A soft wind moves through the room, though no doors have opened, and then you hear it, a whisper not from outside you, but from within. You are ready. You stand. The pathway behind you fades, and a glowing arch opens before you, its frame carved from stardust and stillness. You step through it. You carry no more questions, only calm. Outside, the sky is deeper now, a twilight filled with slow-moving stars. You feel the dream folding inward, leading you onward. Each step forward feels lighter. And just ahead, the shelves of a floating library begin to appear. The next part of your journey has already begun. You emerge into a vast library, not bound by walls or ceilings, but suspended in open space. Shelves float in slow, dreamy spirals, stacked with glowing books and vessels of memory. This is the library of unfinished dreams. Each book hums softly, as if aware of you. One floats to your hand, eager to be held. You open it, and it begins to show you. Moments you lived, moments you longed for, moments you never knew you needed. You turn pages, and they turn you. You see a walk by the ocean, a hand held tightly, a goodbye said without pain. Another page reveals a night sky filled with stars, but every star has a name, and each name is someone you once loved or might still meet. You pause, you smile, and you continue reading. You close the book and hold it to your heart. It warms, glows, and vanishes. Another floats toward you. You read again. You smile again. You remember again. One book plays music when opened, a lullaby you forgot from childhood. The notes curl through the air like drifting petals. Another is filled with color that changes with your emotions. You watch it cycle through soft blue, silver, and deep gold. You are not reading. You are being remembered. In this place, no story is wasted, no moment too small. Everything you are, everything you've dreamed, has a place here, even the forgotten things. Especially the forgotten things. Time fades around you. You lose track of how long you've been there. And it doesn't matter. The library doesn't want you to hurry. It just wants you to stay a while. A quiet figure appears, made of light and air and ancient calm. They don't speak with a voice. They simply place a hand gently over their chest and bow. And you understand. You are welcome here. You always have been. As you turn to leave, books float gently out of your way, forming a path made of softly glowing pages. You walk slowly, and with each step, the air around you thickens with peace. At the edge of the library, a final book awaits on a pedestal of moonstone. You touch it. It doesn't open. Instead, it melts into light and flows into your heart. A warm wave moves through you, not a memory, but a message. Your story is still being written. You smile, and ahead, a new path begins to glow. You follow it into the quiet mist. The floating city reappears beyond the final gate, glimmering like it did before, but now it feels different, not foreign, but familiar, as if you'd always been a part of it. The lanterns float gently around you again, like soft hands leading you back. You follow the golden path. It doesn't rush. It waits, just like the sky. Each step brings you closer to something quieter. The bridge appears again, glowing even softer this time. It waits in the mist, exactly where it was when you first arrived. Only now, it feels like home. You take one last look at the city, the towers, the garden, the lake, the library, the sky. You remember it all, but nothing pulls at you. It only holds you gently and lets go. You take your first step onto the bridge. The clouds begin to rise again, folding around you like silk. The lights grow dimmer, the air warmer, and your body lighter. The path behind you fades, but somehow you know you can return any time. You're not leaving something behind. You're carrying something forward. A softness, a stillness, a remembering. As you walk across the bridge, the mist swirls gently around your legs, wrapping you in calm. Each step releases more weight, more noise, more of the day. At the final edge of the bridge, you pause. The clouds swirl slowly in front of you, not as a barrier, but as a veil. You take one more breath and step into the quiet beyond. You are floating again, only now you are lighter. No more footsteps, no more questions, no more weight. Just breathe, just light, just stillness. The world around you grows dim, not from absence, but from softness. You don't feel yourself moving, Yet the stars drift gently past you, slow, tender, and endless. You feel like mist, like sleep before dreaming, like the moment before a lullaby. There is no effort now, only surrender. Let go now. You are safe. You are home. And as the rhythm of your breath deepens, you drift further, further into peace. You are wrapped in silence and stars, no voices, no time, just the warm pulse of stillness folded gently around your heart. Your breath slows, your thoughts pause, you rest. Beneath it all, there is nothing to do, nowhere to be. Only this: you are cradled by the dream, carried by quiet, and loved by the very air around you. Let yourself go, completely. The final thought fades, the final sound softens, and all that remains is the dream. Good night, dear dreamer. Sleep well.